exciting these past couple of weeks, and I had a really rocky start at the beginning of the spring, and for the outcome of me getting Player of the Year, for now, it's a very big shock. My hitting was holding me back a lot. I was struggling a lot at the plate, but then my teammates and my coaches and my family and the players' parents, they all were like, just get out of your head, you got this. And once I finally calmed down and played the way I knew I could play, that's when I just couldn't stop, I guess, having great at-bats at the plate. It was a really big mindset thing. I felt as though this was starting to get a little more competitive than it was in high school. And then when I got my priorities straight and figured out what I had to do to help my team to win, it was just good from there. I started to utilize my slapping a little bit more because I mainly just swung. I haven't really worked on my slapping that much, but then I started to work on it and I used it in games, and it really helped my batting a lot. It was our away game at Gaston, biggest game of our season. It was our first time playing them in the region, and right from the first at bat, I got a double and hit in Olivia Voltalina to score the first run of the first inning. And the mentality from that game just carried on throughout the whole rest of the season, and I think that's really what shaped us to get to being region champs. I was just hanging out with my friend, and I get a FaceTime call from Coach Brice, and she never FaceTimes me, so I was like, what's going on? So I answered it, and then she told me with a big smile on her face, and I was just really excited because I did not know that I was gonna get Player of the Year. It was a very exciting moment for me, and I think that I'll probably remember this for the rest of my life. The biggest key is how we all trust each other, and like, say I have a bad at bat, I know the person behind me will pick me up and get on base and help us win and score, do whatever we can. And so coming up in the district championship, as long as we all work together like we have been for the past maybe month or two, I think we'll be fine and we'll be able to pull out the district championship win.
We knew pretty early on this season that Larissa was going to be competitive, as well as a top contender for Player of the Year. February was a little rough, just getting an adjustment to, the college level, how fast-paced it is, but come March, she figured it out. We played in our first game against Gaston, and that was our first real notice of her. She started to figure out both offensively and defensively that she could work when she needed to. I think she also started to gain confidence in herself, which has been really fun to watch. She understands that she doesn't have to be the only superstar on the team, that she has a team full of people that are going to back her up, and I think that allowed her to relax a lot within that. But yeah, she's just been super fun to watch, and offensively and defensively, she's just really competitive. With Larissa, it's all mindset. We knew that when she got here, she had everything that she needed to be competitive here. She really started to read the defense as a hitting standpoint. If the outfield pushed in, she knew that she could use her ability to hit and use her ability and her strength as a power hitter, and if the infield were to back up, she could use her strength with speed and use that to lay down a bunt. So she just started to mentally widen her knowledge in the sport, which has been really fun to watch. But yeah, with her, it's all mental. Originally, we were going to use her as a leadoff batter, and knowing that she could both lay down the bunt and use her power, we pushed her down to number 2, and we have Allison Carter right behind her, who we all know is capable of hitting home runs. And so with the speed and the power from Larissa, just putting her in that number 2 hole kind of opened up more options for her, and she started to get on base more often. We were able to produce a lot more runs with her being in that number 2 spot. We talk a lot about team chemistry here. It's something that doesn't come easy. It is something that not every team gets to have. We've had a few ups and downs this season, just trying to figure out what the right pieces are. But they just finally clicked. We got about 2 weeks out, and we sat down with them and told them, you guys are really capable of doing this, and we're proud of you, and we're proud of the hard work that you've been putting in, but if you want it, you have to go after it. And they were able to put their nose to the grindstone and really start to lock in as a team, and they've just really hit their peak at the right moment.